All right, welcome back. We are here, round 3, back 9, and we've got a battle going on. Chantel Budinsky is pretty much led from wire to wire, but Owen Scoggins chasing her down here, making it tough as we got Keiti Tätte coming off the tee here, and Keiti is not far off the lead as well. Anything can happen.
Got 2 former winners of this event trying to chase down somebody who hasn't won this event. Like I said, in the beginning of this round, we have not had a repeat winner since me and Kyle took this event over in 2019. And a quick bit of trivia for our upstate fans. We do have, I think, a 3-time winner of this event and the most FPO titles from the upstate. Vern, care to take a wild guess?
Holly Finley?
A upstate guru.
Oh, wait a second. Upstate South Carolina? Sarah Cunningham.
Sarah Cunningham or Stanhope, however you want to look it up in the record books.
Yeah, let's talk about that putt for a second. Holy cow.
That's a good one.
From in the trees.
And not everybody's throwing their tee shots. We did have an ace on this hole this round. Shout out to Taylor for...
Taylor Rally?
Yeah, reaching it up and dunking
Nice.
it in. I think it was a heat she threw.
Holy cow, that's awesome.
But learning tip for everybody, pay into the ace pot. Hole 15, the Gauntlet, the final time this time around. Got a Mando right here to the left. He's going to have a dead straight shot up a hill. This does play 321, but will play more like in the 340 to 350 range, just with the uphill finish at the end.
You really got one mission here.
Hit that gap.
Yep, hit the gap.
Woof. Don't know what Owen was whispering there, but probably was not very PG rated words, knowing what comes out of Owen's mouth sometimes.
There it is. Maybe a little low, but she understood the assignment. Split the gap there.
I think she'll take it after her luck on this hole the first 2 rounds.
Yeah. Well, Ellie made the Mando, but that was a gap that I didn't expect.
Hey, there's nothing over there. It's just a whole bunch of air. Chantel going high. Helps it push up a little bit longer.
Yep.
Looks like Owen got lucky and did miss the Mando, so she does get to proceed to the drop zone compared to having to establish a new lie around the Mando.
Wow, what an upshot. That destroyer just on the money there.
I told you, Vern, there's nothing but air over here. Got out to an open shot and be able to get it up there on the green.
Good up by Ellie. There's another forehand by Keiti. Have I not been paying attention? Has she thrown more forehands than I thought? That was a great one.
Oh,
No, don't do it. Oh, that's dirty.
scaring the basket from all angles, but that is horrible.
You can go and then I'll go.
What a terrible roll.
Playing good ready golf, pace golf right here by Chantel going, although Ellie is probably out of her right here.
Oh, good run at it. I know that's aggravating for Ellie, because Ellie's putt prior to that one was going to be for a par save. His own puts in a bogey. Chantel taps in her par, and she's going to go one stroke up, as Owen's going to fall back to 5 down. Keiti stays at 3. See, it's a tight ball game here. Hole 16 is a par 3, 357 feet. The first thing you want to do is just hit this gap. If you can do that and get it dead center, then you're going to slide down over top of the hill here and hopefully come back to left-hand side, because there is OB if you keep going straight down the hill. You see those white stakes on the right side. If you're around the corner, you could have a look at a putt, but honestly on this hole, par is golden. Keiti stepping up here. Get that St. Pro cocked and ready. Boom. Oh.
Just don't go too far. That OB down there.
See what Chantel does here.
They're both pushing that back wall of the hole.
Yeah, good tree kicks. Looks like Owen liked their line. I'll take it. Pop down right in the middle. There must be a magic tree back in there.
Leprechauns.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whoa.
Kevin was not ready for that one.
I don't think I was ready for that one. Man.
Yeah, she should have a circle one look for birdie there.
Yeah, that thing's stabled up right in time. Oh, that's a little early release there from Chantel. She's still got a putt at it, though. Owen kind of saws it off short, too. A putting competition. Look where Ellie is at. This is ridiculous.
Edge of circle.
Oh, I wanted that to go in so bad.
You would think how she's putting this round from circle, too, that definitely would have been one of those you count on the scorecard.
Yep. Great putt by Chantel. Much needed.
She's still fighting them off.
Yep.
Holding them off for now. Definitely got a couple tough holes to go here.
Solid putt by Owen. Never expected it to do anything but go in the basket. You got the Pink Panther over here on the right-hand side. Kevin never gets out of sight because he's always able to be seen.
At least he's wearing something bright and not wearing camouflage so they can see him.
Yeah. So we had one birdie on this hole this round. It was from Anneli Togus Moneste. I would have loved to have got that one on film.
Hole 17, par 4, 545 feet. You're going to want to, once again, push this dead straight, just like any other hole out here at Hornets Nest, to a landing zone, and then you're either going to be a little bit short of the corner, which you do have an inside gap you can take, or if you make it right here, you'll have a dead straight shot up the hill. You're going to want to have something a little bit nose up to be able to push forward and make it up here to the green, to an elevated raised green that we've seen a lot of missed putts. Cost a lot of people money on this hole, so it's definitely something to keep in mind going down the track here on the last couple holes.
That's what you want.
As they say, how do you like your steak? I like it filleted really well, right down the middle.
Yeah, look, if you can get to the point where you're looking up that gap to the second part of the fairway, that's golden.
Ellie's just a hair off this round, you can tell.
Yeah, I know that she had some pain coming and going here. You might have seen that she throws with a little bit of force.
Vern, I couldn't pick a better spot to put this disc on this hole.
Yeah, this is prime right here. All right, Owen's a little bit pinched off on the right-hand side. See how Chantel can answer.
Oh, the iron leaf.
Hits some cabbage, but makes decent forward progress.
Oh, that was a good shot to be able to scare that basket.
Mm-hmm.
If Owen was about 6 inches taller, that shot probably would have been way different for her just to be able to stretch out around that corner.
Mm-hmm. Chantel lays up, take a par here. This is Owen. Owen's running it. All day, every day.
Good par save there. Elevated basket. Like I said, this hole can add up real quick with the putts on it.
So as we have everybody putting out here, only one birdie on this hole. Cynthia Klesberga, again, was the only birdie on a hole.
I think there was a lot of holes out here today. I think she had a very, very hot round this round.
Uh-huh. So it looks like we're going to stay at 6-5 there between Chantel and Owen. So move on to hole 18, par 4, 486 feet. This one essentially plays as an island hole. You have to get on the other side of this walking path. No big deal, 200 feet. But you have OB marked on the right side and an OB path on the left-hand side. Other than that, it's just a 486-foot smash.
Everybody's got that in their bag. Vern, you can get to the pin, can't you?
Maybe in about 6 throws. Keiti, however,
Should have to deal with that ditch again.
yeah, she has consistently got to that ditch. But I mean, that's 400 right there. Chantel puts it down in bounds. See what Ellie's got for this thing.
Like you said, it's not a hole with it being a par 4 that you really have to. You just got to make sure you land it in bounds.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Yeah, that one went OB. Owen and Chantel are playing chess right now. Not taking any chances. Let's just put it in bounds. Chantel left a little meat on the bone there. Faded out pretty far to the right. Owen just about puts it under the basket.
see the basket, run the basket.
Yeah.
Keiti, see the basket.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh,
You can see the frustration coming out there. She Plays a little football with the mini.
It's just clean up the par though. That's good.
Yep, not what she wanted though.
Yeah, this is definitely a hole that you should be marking down to get.
Yep. I'm pretty certain that Chantel got this both of the previous rounds.
Hole 1, it's gonna be a par 3, 288-foot shot. This hole definitely plays way different compared to if you're starting on hole 1 compared to it coming down the gap. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a tight gap off the tee to, you know what I mean, an even tighter green. And we do have a tie at the top now.
Yep.
With Owen and Chantel both at 6 down.
And Keiti only 2 strokes behind.
Oh, what a kick.
Wow. That was kind of a gift.
Got a little match play situation going on now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
This is kind of an imposing gap here. I mean, the epitome of Carolina woods golf, but Keiti's over here to the side. Oh. Not what she wanted. Incredible upshot though, and she'll tap into bogey.
Yeah, it's going to be a 2-shot swing between Owen and Keiti, but like we said, you know what I mean, hole 3 looming the hardest hole on the course, and a par 5 with a lot of OB, and then also the island hole.
Yeah. So funny story, Ellie was in a pretty tough spot, and you saw that she threw a thumber, and I know that she threw a thumber because she said before that, does anyone remember how to throw a thumber? So there's a little bit of experimentation going on there.
Should have phoned Jake Wolf on that one for her.
Yeah. Owen essentially a drop in here. Taking the lone birdie on this one. But more importantly, Chantel will take the par.
Definitely kept the bleeding down to a minimum.
Yeah, but now Owen has moved up 1 stroke ahead. As we get to hole 2, par 3, 267 feet. This is the iconic island hole here at Hornets Nest Park. Main thing, you just want to make the island. There's a big gap here in the middle. A lot of players like to throw something to hyzer out around the right side and hit one of those gaps.
Big thing to remember though, if you are on this island, it doesn't mean you are in bounds. There is a string line deep of the pin.
Oh no.
You were talking about earlier, that pressure of having a world champion sitting there breathing on your back.
Yep. Ellie pulls hers a little bit to the right too, but she threw something pretty darn stable.
Oh, I think I heard a little bit of a metal draw there.
Yep. She was pretty much on target. Just didn't drop favorably for her. Own Scoggins. Good grief.
It's a 2-stroke swing right there, Vern.
I'm just going to lean out here to the left, not really have a look at it, but I'm going to make the putt anyhow because own.
See the basket, run the basket.
Yeah.
It's going to put own it. It's going to give her a 4-stroke lead if Keiti can tap this in for hers.
Yep.
And then Chantel's going to drop another one to 5 down, so 3-stroke lead going into the hardest hole of the course.
Good putt by Ellie.
Hole 3, as we were saying, one of the hardest hole on the course, par 4, 645 foot. You're going to want something that goes straight. You do have to remember this fairway does play down and back up, so it's going to have to be something a little bit more neutral to make sure you can just ride that hill. You're going to just end up in this ditch area is where the perfect spot would be, but then you're going to go back up the hill. Want to avoid all this cabbage to the left and right to a tightly guarded basket. And as we know, Owen's favorite hole on this course.
This is the second time Owens ended up to the back, the left-hand side there, but see, she's got to look to get towards the basket.
There is a little bit of a sneaky route back there. It opens up a little bit more because you are pushing that fence line, that property line.
Keiti actually hits the fence this round.
Keiti's just trying to pull a Paul Macbeth and use it as a rebound. Never seen that shot. Go look it up from the Holy Shot Worlds. Probably the craziest shot I've ever seen somebody do in a tournament. On purpose.
I'm technically not supposed to be playing this, but the doctor said.
Not to be outdone, Ellie throws something good there.
As she throws a perfect shot into the perfect area, she basically says it, and you hear them on the recording there. I'm technically not supposed to be out here playing disc golf.
Yeah.
But I'm young, and I can do it. I give her credit because my 30-year-old body, I tried to play a tournament this past weekend and only made it through about a round and a half, and my body was like, no, you have an injury, can't play anymore. The tough slide at the end of that shot.
Yep. Great distance, but the lie is less than be desired here. Yeah, not bad though. Oh. That would have been fun.
That would have been a way to get a short back.
Yep.
Owen just playing smart golf, getting it up to the green there.
Yep. I mentioned this on other rounds. This hole was tough to film because every player ends up in a pretty wildly different spot on the fairway. So a lot of running back and forth and a lot of just kind of shooting things from a distance. I know there were a couple shots here and there in the rounds that we missed just because someone was ready to go and they'd fire off before we got a chance to actually get them on camera.
Gotta get those steps in, Vern.
Owen taps into par there. Chantel takes the bogey, and we got one hole left. Not surprisingly, there were only 2 birdies this round, and Anneli Togas-Modeste and Cynthia Klesberga took them down. Final hole of the game, hole 4, par 5, 700 feet. What an amazing finishing hole. First thing you want to do is throw straight down here, access this second part of the fairway, so you can throw this quasi tunnel here between the ball field fence and the row of trees, but be super cautious about your upshot here because you want to land on this hill and not go for a roll into the OB parking lot. Iconic finishing hole. Same one Paul Macbeth won his Worlds on.
And Vern, I have to say a thank you from the whole Another Round crew, including me and Kyle, both as TDs. We definitely appreciate you coming out here, spending your weekend with us, and just hanging out and having a good time.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love filming FPO. Nothing against MPO players or ME1 players. A lot of times those players can be very stoic and to almost uncomfortable levels. What a skip off that tee.
Skip off that tee pad.
But the FPO division, good round, bad round, it's indifferent. It's always a good time. Everybody's always laughing. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's pure pleasure.
As I say, it's just a party in the USA.
Yeah, thanks, Miley.
That's going to be a tough shot from Ellie there. That's right where the fence does jut out a little bit, so it's going to be interesting to see how she combats that one.
I think Chantel knows how this thing's going to end up, but she ripped on that one. That was a great throw. Yep. Shout out to Daniel Sparta for spotting again.
So, bearing any craziness to happen, it looks like Owen Scoggins is going to be that first, as we were mentioning early in the round, repeat winner that me and Kyle have had in this event. And she's just a joy to be around and a joy just to have here.
Yeah.
You know, she's 40 plus and still having fun, playing more than anybody on tour.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know what I mean? Like she says, you know what I mean? This is a course that she knows she can play well on. And, you know what I mean? Why take the week off? You know you need to play anyway. Just come out here and play.
Yeah. And that especially says a lot about Owen after Chantel gets her upshot here. Because Owen commented many times about what was going to happen here. OB shot. What was going to happen for her the next week at USDGC. And she had a super busy week with interviews and appearances and things like that. So Owen is nonstop, all gas and no brakes.
And she doesn't even lay up either if she doesn't have to.
Yeah. That's characteristic of Owen's game so much.
I don't even know if she would know what to do to lay up there. Ellie, a rough round this round. But so glad she got to play again this year. Second year in a row she's played.
Do want to give a shout out to Keiti, who just snagged the eagle there, and Eden Fletcher also got an eagle. Two great ways to finish your tournament here, the 2025 Carolina Clash, brought to you by Another Round.
And we will be back next year, the same weekend before USEGC, and we will be in A tier again.
Awesome.
Everybody giving Owen her congratulations.
Yep. You see Morgan here getting ready to present the trophy. We got Kyle here in the background.
Biggie and Smalls.
Let me introduce to you your 2025 Carolina Clash winner by DGA in Another Round, Scoggins.
All right, round 3, back 9. As we hinted at, Cynthia Klesberga shooting a 7 down, 1,000 rated round. Awesome. Owen Scoggins does take it down. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time.